Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully get all the data and also we able to insert this data, right? So now there is the rest of things is the edit and the add delete. So as I think you already know, but I shared that experience also with you. That is our edit button, that is our view delete button. So that is in our view. So now go to our exam view. So that is our view exam, right? So first of all, that is our edit. So I want to change it. It will be as exam, and now I name it as exam type edit, and then I have already passed that as ID. That means our this table ID, right? We have to get this data with a specific this ID. That means for the edit. So that is our database name. So that is our this table and this ID, right? So perfect. So if you now close the browse, I have already inserted some of the data. You can see it's now successfully inserted this data. So here that will be as the exam type ID. So now we have to create this. I copy it, and also they have one of the ID. If you now go to that web route, so that will be the post, and that is our edit. So that is actually for our free category, and that means here I want to update it. It will be the exam type edit, and then also and change it. That will be the exam type replace with the type, and then exam type edit, and then the ID. So that will be our URL, and then in our exam type controller I want to create one of the method. It will be as the exam type edit. I create this type of one of the method. Perfect. Now go to our exam. Here after that store I want to better copy it from here. That will be on the edit page. I copy it and then I paste it. Okay, so then here I paste it. So our function name I have declared as the exam type edit. So that will be our function as the exam type edit, and there have also one of the ID, and you can see there is also one of the ID. So this ID and then edit data, and then our model. I have already used that model as the exam type, not the fee category, exam type, and it will find a specific one row data, and then returned a view in our. I have already created one of the folder. I have created the folder as the exam type, right? So into the setup, that is our exam type, that is our setup exam type folder. Here I want to create another one as edit exam type. Okay, so this type of one of the file I want to create, I copy it. Now here I create new file, and now click as a save as, and name it as a edit exam type .blade.php. So that will be our file. So now I copy everything from our free category edit. It should be just like that same, because they have the same one field. I copy everything, and now in our edit, that means the exam type edit page, here I paste it. So now I want to update. That will be as edit exam type. Okay, edit exam type, and then that will be as a fee category name. I name it as a exam type name. That will also, that is actually the validation, and it will be get all the data. So I pass all the data as edit data, and I pass it in our edit exam page. That means into the edit exam page. With this, it should be display our database field name as a name, right? That means it should be get this appropriate ID data. Now click as a save all, and now if you go and then I refresh it, so that is our first terminal exam. Click as a edit. Yeah, you can see that is our exam type edit, and then our requested one ID perfectly. Now it's visible. And if you go to that another one, I go to the second one, second terminal exam, click as edit, and second terminal exam. Perfect. So now we have to update it. So for our edit page, that is also one of the submit button as a update, and type will be as a submit, and that is our form. So to the form, that will be as a update one of the methods. So now I name it as a update, not the fee category, update exam, and then type, right? That is a update exam type. And also I pass that same name. I pass that same name as the edit data. So for the reason, so with this edit data I want to access our exam type ID, right? We have to also update it with a specific one of the ID. So now let's create this route. Now also they have the ID. Now go to our web route. So that will be as this one, as a update exam type. I want to change that name as a update. That means the exam, and then the type, and then exam type update with the ID. And now in our exam type controller, I want to create one of the method as a exam type update. Okay, that will be as the exam type update. So this is the method we have to create in our exam type controller, so it should be better copied from our fee category, and there is a fee category update. Better I copy whole things from here. Okay, I copy everything, and now there after this I paste it, so that will be our method. Okay, that will be our method in our web. I have created this method name as a exam type update. Copy it, so that will be as a exam type update, and then request, and then the ID, so that is actually our ID, right? Perfect. So that will be same. Our we have to updated our model. So right now our model for the exam type as a exam type, and then find that ID, and then validation. For the validation, that is our field name, our unique, our which table unique in our this database table right now we are using as a exam type. I copy it. So you can see, friend, that is actually main procedure actually. Okay, if you understand every part, just follow that procedure. You just after that, what exactly you have to do, just follow your step. Okay, so concept is very much important, so make that sure you understand that concept. So that is our updated our database field name, that means the database table name, and then it should be save this data. It should be show some of the message as the exam type updated successful. This type of one of the messages should be display. It should be return redirect to our home route. That means that is our exam type view route, right? So that will be as the exam type view. Perfect. So friend, that's all. Okay, with the notification it should be display. Now let's check this out. If you click as a save all, and now go there, click as a refresh, and I want to update it as a 1 click as update. Yeah, you can see it's now updated. That is exam type updated successful, and that is our data is successfully updated. So now there is a delete portion. So right, I think you already know that delete portion. You don't want to actually describe everything. I have already described everything. So that will be our view into the view area. I want to create one of the URL will be as a exam type delete, and then the delete with the specific one of the ID. We have to create this route. I copy it. Now go to our web route. So here that will be our delete. So I name it as a exam type delete. So that will be as a exam. That will be as a type, and then delete. That will be our URL. We delected with a specific one of the ID in our exam type controller. I want to create one of the method as a exam type delete. Okay, that will be as exam type delete. So now we have to create it in our exam type. So after this update, I copy it. That will be the delete. I copy it, and then after this I paste it, right? So here I paste it. So that will be actually I have created name as a exam type delete. I copy it, and now that will be as a exam type delete with the ID, our model name. Right now our model name as a exam type. So with this exam type, I find that appropriate ID, then delete it. It should be show as a exam type deleted successfully. This one exam type deleted successfully. It should be type as info, and then it should be return redirect to our view page. So that will be return redirect to our view page with the notification. Perfect. Now click as a save all. Now go there, click as a refresh. Now better I want to insert another new data. Okay, here I want to insert new data. Test. I insert as a test. Click as a submit. Exam in type inserted successful. Now I want to delete it. Click as a yes to delete. Yeah, exam type deleted successfully. It's now totally gone. So friend, that is pretty much simple code application we have successfully done. And also after that we have to do the same type of another code application. We have to create another code application for the subject. Subject is very much important because of all that is actually related to the student class, student year, everything actually interconnected. Okay, when we will actually create that user registration, then every field will be needed. So for the reasons also I want to create this code application. It will be just like that, our exam type. So we'll copy everything from our exam type and we'll develop our this code application for the subject. Okay, so how can do that work? In our next video I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.